Hello
Hello
there.
there, Kyle Katarn here,
I'm the Bendu.
coming back for another reaction to The Bad Batch,
Season
Season
2.
3, Episode 9. Shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the Disney blockade. Oh man. I feel like we've been gearing up for this episode for a while. Like the last one, we got to meet Fennec. Obviously, okay, so I'll say this. Rewatching that episode, it was pretty clear with the music cue that they're talking about Ventress. That they fully played her music theme from the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
When we reacted to the episode, the volume was turned down pretty low in order to not get detected by the mic because I don't wear headphones and I live dangerously. So I missed that the first time around. But rewatching it, no, she's totally reaching out to Ventress. I'm pretty solid on that. My question is how they met each other,
The episode description itself is as the batch plans their next move, a mysterious stranger arrives. So with a description like that, I don't know.
Wonder who that could be.
Right? But again, so kind of like what we were saying on our last podcast, I'm hoping that this isn't something where she just spur of the moment shows up, gives us the word of the day of what's the definition of an M count? Oh, it's this, and then she just disappears. Or if she might show up for one or two more episodes throughout the season.
If she just sort of shows up, drops some exposition, and then leaves and doesn't really contribute to the larger story.
Yeah,
that would be kind of annoying.
You
don't bring a character back like that and then do nothing with them. So if she ends up not doing much, maybe it'll imply that there's something else coming, in the future. I don't know.
I'm always ready for Dathomiri magic and more Night Sister shenanigans. Please. So if Ventress does show up tonight, witches. Let's go.
I feel like it's all but confirmed by the marketing, by the fact that the Star Wars Twitter account dropped the Ventress centric teaser right before this episode airs. And also with that music cue, they're not really trying to hide it, I don't think. But imagine if Ventress hadn't been in the trailer, what level of excitement and hype we would have in the moment, seeing her, not expecting her.
It's true, but again, though, right? We would need some sort of backstory. Is it a resurrection? Did a Dark Disciple not happen at all? Or, what happened post-Clone Wars?
I mean, it's her death, while I felt like it was pretty definitive when I read the book, I guess, rereading it, thinking about the notion of bringing her back for the Bad Batch, it's the lake did change color and start glowing differently right at the end of that sequence, and that could be meant to imply that there's something next for her beyond just death. So yeah, I'm going to go into it with an open mind, but if I don't get a complete full-on explanation for exactly why she's here and alive, I'm just going to assume that it's coming later. I'm sure there is one at the end of the day, right? They wouldn't do us like that. They wouldn't retcon a beloved novel.
I remember seeing an interview clip that Sam Witwer was doing for some sort of online interview of some sort, and he was saying, or he was talking about a conversation that him and Filoni had about how it's good that there is some variation between the written novelizations and whatever we get to see on screen, because it just sort of emphasizes how some of the novelizations are just a campfire story. And those events did happen, but maybe there might have been subtle nuance changes, someone's saber might have been this color versus it actually being this color.
Yeah.
But,
I can accept that. I will say you got to be really wary about relying on that unreliable narrator
because again, Kane
as a crutch to explain why there's inconsistency in the franchise, that you specifically have a consistency story group for. At that point, how many unreliable narrators can you get away with when we're supposed to have this cohesive story? I'll give him that. I'll grant him that.
Because one, Choxy has had 3 different deaths, and then 2, Kane and Jarrus, we've seen 2 different backstories for him.
Yeah, Kane in The Last Padawan got a pretty heavy retcon, as did E.K. Johnston's Ahsoka novel. There have been a couple things, but you know what? This is a conversation that I think we would better have after the episode, because we don't even know if Ventress is going to show up for 100% certainty yet. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. What we should do is watch episode 9 of The Bad Batch. Are you ready, best friend? Do it!
I would just badass and slaying.
I like the music. It's kind of Scavenger's Reign vibes for a second there.
God, they look so good. The CGI looks so fucking good.
Yeah, it's polished.
You got it, Becca. Thanks for the help, Corsair.
Oh, look, they've got, like, local friends now. They're known.
Still no word from Fennec.
Since when do we wait around for intel?
We might figure out why the Empire's targeting Omega.
Does it matter? We're not handing her over.
Can't be prepared if we don't know what we're dealing with.
Any information is the best information, Crosshair.
Yeah, Batcher's cute. She fits right in.
Betcha? What is it? What's wrong?
What is it, girl? What do you smell?
Why are you afraid of the cave?
Okay, I'll check it out.
Bro, what if it's another shadow operative, like, lurking in there, though? This is how we find out that they've found
They would have
Pabu.
to know. They would have to know where the island thing is. Was it a giant staircase?
Oh, there's a ship! That's a ship!
Where did that come from?
Is that Ventress's ship? I don't recognize the make.
Betcha, where are you going?
Oh, come on! That was definitely her. That was definitely her. Return of the bad bitch.
Doing anything? Let go!
Hey!
Nope, here we go.
You heard her. Let her go.
Gladly.
She looks
No.
great, dude.
God, what a badass!
Fennec sent me.
Oh, we're playing it that
We
way,
never
huh?
gave
No
her
names?
our
Oh,
coordinates.
bro.
How'd you find us?
I have my ways.
Dude, she's the original bad bitch.
That kind of proves what I was saying, too. If she can find them, the Empire can find them.
First,
She's got, like,
tell me
scars
where you want
on her,
this
all over her
information.
face.
Consider
Like
it
small
my
ones.
payment.
I
They
wonder what
could be
happened
wrinkles.
there.
They
I
already
mean, she's
paid
pretty
Fennec
old at
for
this
the
point.
intel.
I wonder if it has to do with how she survived. You know what I mean?
The Empire's after her and she thinks it's because of some M-count experiment they're doing.
It's something in the blood. Everyone has it, but at varying levels. Those with a high count were believed to be more capable of
All right, there it
wielding the
is.
Force.
You mean Jedi?
You're saying I'm a Jedi? I mean,
Of
I
course,
like how Wrecker just, like, instinctively goes to shield Omega from this news.
you'd have to be trained for that. And I've never known a clone to be Force sensitive. But clearly, none of you are normal.
You got that right.
I mean, it's not impossible, though.
But if you do have a high M count, consider yourself warned. The Empire will hunt you down. There's your intel.
That's it, bro?
Literally, just like you were saying.
I can't determine your midi-chlorian levels without testing you.
I can handle it.
Believe me, the truth is rarely comforting.
I need to know what I am.
Fine. But just remember,
You're a copy and paste.
you asked for this.
Yeah, but she's also a unique copy, you know?
That's true. If Sabine can, like, eventually learn how to force wield,
Yeah, this is kind of reinforcing what they established in Ahsoka about how anyone can have an M count. Everyone does have an M count, you know?
Let go of your conscious mind.
Conscious mind? I don't even know what that means.
Man, Asajj has really grown. You know, this is the longest we've seen her stay calm in a single scene.
Why don't you two make yourselves scarce?
She doesn't leave our sight.
How fun for me.
Nice.
Again.
I love how she just deftly catches it each time.
You must be a Jedi, right?
No. But I know some of their ways.
Well, how do
Enough questions. Concentrate.
I love it. That's so aimed at the audience. Like, stop asking questions about how she's back. Just enjoy the fact that she's back, you know?
I checked text files from the Republic archives. You're right. It's her.
Damn, okay.
Asajj Ventress.
Tech probably would have recognized her on sight because he's memorized that database. You know he has.
We're moving on to the next test. There's a weeping Maya tree up in the colonnade.
Weeping Maya
Retrieve
tree.
one of its white blossoms and return before
Weeping
the
was our
sun sets.
Twitter clue this week.
It's too far away, and well, the sun's already started.
Do it or not, Omega. There's no try.
Whatever you're planning on doing won't.
Oh, this is
end
foolish.
well for
This
you.
is foolish. Come on, guys.
Think carefully. How do you want this to go?
Bro, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. Every time the Jedi Council knew they were going to have to mess with Asajj Ventress, they sent like multiple Jedi to take her down. She gonna ride Batcher to get to the tree faster?
Hey girl, I'm gonna need some help. I need to get to the Archeman fast.
Maybe?
Okay, let's go.
It's a very Ezra move. That's thinking like a Jedi.
Get in your ship and go before we make you.
You can try.
Can you?
We've taken
Make her?
down Ras.
I don't think
So
they can.
have I.
Oh! Oh, this is silly. God, she's so fast!
Oh my god!
Dude, look at this!
Dude, she's using force speed.
God damn. Oh, Wrecker.
Oh, dude, she's just using full katas. Just no
Fuck
problem.
yes, dude. Ooh! Elbow
Whoa.
drop to the back of the head. Why is Wrecker getting the worst of it?
Because he's
Oh,
the
that was-
biggest one.
Man, I've always loved watching Ventress fight because she makes it look so graceful, you know?
She just completely Black Widow crosshair.
That was insane.
What do you really want with Omega?
Maybe I'll take her off your hands.
Does that imply that she thinks that she does have a high M count?
Why don't you be good little clones and stand
Alright, let's see it.
down?
Let's see it. Bust it out.
Following orders.
Yeah, we know. She's gonna get back just in time to interrupt the fight. She's gonna be what stops the fight, I bet. Oh shit! Okay, come on, guys.
We're still gonna get something. Oh my god, she's just
Woo!
dodging
There it
blast
is.
missiles. Bro.
I wasn't planning on killing you.
God, it looks so good with the yellow, man.
Very tempting.
We're good like that.
This is such a ridiculous scenario. There's no reason for them to be fighting. They just wanted to show off her new saber. That's all that's happening right now. No one's gonna die here. They're not
But
gonna
it's
hurt
still
each
her
other.
old hilt though.
Look!
It's her...
Look at this! She's mopping the floor with them.
What's going on?
She's been lying to us, Omega.
It's her old hilt though. It's not a new one.
Do you think she cleansed her original crystal, or do you think she got a new kyber crystal?
The Empire is more dangerous than you could possibly
Oh, we get to see it
fathom.
goes under her chin.
Yeah, it's like a ring.
But I am not your enemy.
She could have killed you guys so many times over in that fight. Like, you better listen to her and realize that she's telling you the truth.
You don't know the things she did during the war, Omega.
But if she's as bad as you say, then why didn't she kill you?
She
when
did kill a
had
lot
the
of people.
chance?
We were just getting warmed up.
That's what I'm saying.
No chaperones
Classic scene
today.
change.
Nope. You said no distractions.
God, I miss the grayscale skin, man, and the white hair. She's so classy.
They must have told you all about the things I've done.
They did. But you also stuck around instead of leaving, so
Not really.
I think you're trying to help me.
You're an odd little clone.
Thanks. So what did the test tell you?
You failed the first one.
But I passed the second. That has to mean something, right?
Yeah, I don't think she's force sensitive, but she has that highly receptive blood, you know, that can handle a transfer of a high M count person like Palpatine, for example.
Stop smiling. It's unsettling.
It's unsettling.
Oh, she's such a grouch. What is that blue thing on the side of the boat? Is that like a little escape pod?
Be out this far?
Or a little deployed
I
dinghy?
mean, everything is a lifeboat, right? Or a buoy.
I guess that's
Many
true.
who wield the Force have an
Anything
affinity
that
for
floats.
nature. They connect with things that respond to their energy. Give it a try.
Oh, okay. It's like the thruster on the side, and they like lower it when they want to go faster, maybe.
How does she know we're watching?
That was great.
This isn't working. I don't feel anything. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing.
This is different than being a soldier. Even if you have Force potential, they can't show you how to tap into it.
Interesting. Man, it's the first time it's been presented that way. The whole show, I've seen the Batch as her greatest assets, but really, like, there's ways that they hold her back, you know? She's her own person.
Why should I listen to you?
Yeah, you gotta demonstrate some of your power so that she knows what you're talking about here.
But it's different too, because Ventress was not only trained by Jedi, she was trained by Sith, she was trained by witches. Like, she has
Yeah, she has a much more rounded, like, magic education than the average person in the galaxy, honestly.
Bro, is some giant kaiju gonna show up?
Oh, cool. Yeah, totally right. You gotta summon the wrong thing. Sando Aqua Monster. That's pretty cool, though.
I'm not the one.
God, Asajj Ventress has come such a long way. Thinking back to Angry Bald Lady from Season 1 of Clone Wars to now, communing with the jellyfish. There's always a bigger fish. You called it, dude. Oh, fuck! That's a really big fish! You fucking called it! That's totally gonna be like... Oh, no. What have you done, Ventress?
It could just be a giant whale. It could just be a whale. It could just be a whale.
Did you summon that?
Oh, that's an eldritch horror-ass fucking beak right there. Oh, that's cool. It's got like all the phosphorescent stuff in its mouth from eating all those fish in the schools just now.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not where you want to be. In the water with it? Fuck.
Dude, see, this is why I don't fuck with primary ocean planets, man. Like,
No, fuck no, dude. Not saying I have thalassophobia, but I don't not have thalassophobia when it comes to this shit. Oh, nice. Underwater mohawk, let's go. Looking all crazy. Oh, yes! Let's fucking go! That was great. Also, I love her force swimming. She's just like force pushing behind herself repeatedly to like ascend faster.
watch this
Oh,
thing
look
do
at that
that.
thing.
Be like, look, you called me, and I tried to eat you. Now,
I know, honestly, it's like, what the fuck? You summoned me here.
Your friends are making things
there's
worse.
some Kraken.
I can do this on my own.
He's like, you assholes, you called me here. And now you're shooting me.
Hunter, stop firing.
Ventress can handle it.
Doesn't look like it from up here.
Trust her.
I love it. This shows how much trust Wrecker has in Omega, you know? Awesome. Look at that octopus-ass eye.
Oh.
Dude, that's a cool shot.
Dude, the
Oh, look at how this
phosphorus
shell is like
shell, dude.
pulsing. It's got like its own like color sequence. That's so sweet. To be able to commune with a beast like that through the Force, you got to be pretty at peace with yourself.
She's so
Like
fucking
Ventress has
cool.
leveled up in such a big way.
The
I can dig it.
edge couple.
I could ship Crosshair and Asajj Ventress. Oh, look, her ship is asymmetrical. That's actually badass. I want to learn more about that thing immediately.
Did you figure it out?
I mean, she's
Do
not
I
force
have a high
sensitive.
M count?
From what I've seen, No.
That'd be really funny though if like her test was like 3 made up tests and then 1 scientific one.
Come on, let's go get some chow.
Thanks for trying.
Give her a hug. Give her a hug. Give her the first hug in 20 years.
Oh, come on. Missed opportunity.
You're lying.
About which part?
You tell us.
She does have a high M count?
She'd have to be trained. Which would mean leaving you behind.
That's not happening.
The fact is, the Empire is after her, and they won't stop. If I were you, I'd leave this place. You're not as safe as you
But
think
if
you
Omega
are.
gets separated from the Bad Batch, they're not going to get reunited again until the Book of Boba Fett Season 2.
I still can't figure out what side you're on.
My own.
You're
We're
not
on.
worried about the Empire coming after you?
Yeah, she's fully Treebeard in this because nobody was on her side, you know?
I've got a few lives left.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. The cat came back, it always does. Asajj Ventress is back, baby.
I have a
And this
few
ain't no
lives.
flashback. She is, like, back from the dead.
Bro, I have a few lives left.
I know, that's such a good line. Yeah, look at the ship. It's so, like, asymmetrical. Kind of gives me, like, a B-Wing sensibility, but
Yeah.
in a different way. It's more of, like, a freighter B-Wing, you know?
What a tease.
Oh, man.
But, like, not really.
That was a good one.
Like,
That was momentous, dude.
That
Seeing
was-
Asajj Ventress come back, like, badass.
yeah, no, that was definitely, I don't want to say fan service, but that was definitely a worthy dessert. That was an absolute treat
It was a morsel. It was a
Of,
morsel for sure.
of, like, knowing that this beloved character is still alive. I mean, which kind of, I mean, Maul kind of was given the same treatment of that, like, you know, we never thought that he was going to come back in various
To be fair,
comics-
we still don't know how Maul came back.
in
really.
various comics. Well, pure hatred kept him alive.
That's
Mm.
not an answer. That is not an acceptable answer. Okay.
And-
How did pure hatred bring him back? Huh? You can't answer that. No one can answer that. We
He
just sort of
kept trash-
accepted his
he kept
return because
trash
of the rule
inside,
of cool.
like, compacted into his gullet, and then the snake thing kept, like, bringing him people to eat. So, like, I don't know.
Okay, sure.
But
yeah,
anyway.
that's medically sound.
No, not at all. But
I'm just saying that like we accepted Maul's return because it was cool enough.
yeah.
So if Ventress returns and does enough badass shit, it's not going to matter what the manner of her resurrection turns out to be because we'll accept it anyway.
It's true.
That being
More
said, I
so-
want to know. You know, I want to
More-
know what the answer is.
More so just the fact that she's now here and is able to show up in the future, or at least show up in other forms of media.
I hope she does.
I think is a little bit more of a bigger potential with this now, at least. And I guess the batch
Ooh,
themselves.
You know what? I bet what they're going to do is they're going to give us the explanation for how she returned in Tales of the Jedi in the next installment. Because
I
think
mean, they
about it,
could.
Asajj Ventress would be like a perfect candidate for Tales of the Jedi story, and what better story to tell than how she came back out of that lake? You know,
She would. That
maybe
would
it'll explain
be,
why she had those little scars all over her face too. Because I
That's
noticed
true.
that.
It could be veins. As when they did the close up on it, it was like they could be veins also, and
Like her body's gone through a bunch of stress.
Yeah.
And she's all like veined out, like she's still kind of like weakened.
yeah,
from
not
her
like
experience.
because I take back what I said before. I don't think they were just like wrinkles. They definitely
They weren't
have
wrinkles,
more
no.
specific patterns to them. But yeah, no, she coming back in Tales of the Jedi would be the equivalent of what we got to see with Dooku in Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And it was one of those characters.
Yeah, exactly.
that-
We could get her kind of like her origins in the dark side, if you will, like how she fell from grace as a Padawan, and then we could get
What
a
do you
second
mean?
story talking about how she
Oh.
survived the events of Dark Disciple. You know, like we could get both ends of that, and then move forward with her as just like a contemporary character in this timeline. Like how, oh man, that's exciting to me as a lover of the Clone Wars. That's very exciting to me, and I'm just like I can't help but feel proud of her, you know, and the journey that she's been on. Like Ventress has always been one of the underrated characters that like doesn't get talked about enough. I know there are a couple like
Hey, she was put
very
through a ringer.
committed, dedicated, hardcore Ventress fans out there, but in Star Wars fandom in general, like Ventress doesn't really get her proper due. Like, she has such a dynamic character, and her arc just in the
She's
Clone
very
Wars
much a
show
victim.
is phenomenal. And like the place where they leave her, it's very unsatisfying. And the book scratches that itch, but like not enough. And the fact that she's back and potentially we're gonna get more Ventress stories, dude, I'm stoked. I'm stoked for it. I thought it was so silly that they made her fight the Batch just so that we could see her lightsaber, and like I guess so that casuals who didn't watch the Clone Wars can see that she's a badass. But like, they should know better. They should have known better, man. Ventress would routinely take down entire squads of clones, like, and they just read her file too. They should know that. They overestimate their own abilities because they're so used to being the main characters of this show. They're like, we're the main characters. We can take on anyone. You know?
It's fair. It's fair. Yeah. For the sake of plot armor, I'm stoked for her to potentially show up in Ahsoka season 2 now.
Oh shit! In live action, like as herself, like, whew, that would be sick.
Survives this.
I wonder if she could, and now we're just going down a rabbit hole of crazy wish fulfillment. But
yeah, no, this last episode's great.
She shows up in Ahsoka season 2, and she is the Dathomir connection that's able to get Ahsoka and Sabine rescued from Peridia. You know.
Dude, this final season of Bad Batch has just been an absolute dessert piece after dessert piece. Like, it's hard. It's really kind of sad. Honestly, we've had the final season, but we have about like five or so episodes left, so we still have a good chunk of storytelling left.
And we're gonna savor them. We're gonna savor these next 5 episodes and really just try to absorb all of the artistry and all the choices being made. Like, there's every episode, I think there's at least 1 or 2 shots that like really blow me away. Like, and they're almost always like wide shots, like establishing shots and vistas and the planets and the orbit shots and things like that. It just, that's I think where this art style really fulfills its maximum potential. You know, is those like every time we get to see Ord Mantell from a distance, you know, it looks fucking gorgeous. All those lights in the city.
Some of the water, the way that the water in the boat dock looked, like, it looks so real and good. Like,
yeah. Probably looks like a goddamn postcard every time we see it on the screen. It looks so good. And while I'm gonna miss this show, because you're right, this is the final season, and we do have those 5 episodes left. And while we will enjoy them, you know, when it's over, it's over. Knowing that this is what we're getting right now, in terms of like fidelity and just like production design and what the quality is. If this is right now,
man. Fucking chef's
fucking like, dude, it's gonna look so good. It just makes, like, I'm sad to see this go, but it makes me very excited for the future because, you know, Bad Batch style, like, Star Wars animation isn't going anywhere. You know, there will be more, and whether it takes place in this same time period and we see the next chronological installment after the Bad Batch's story, or if we jump to the end of the trilogy and we get the young Luke Skywalker Academy on Ossus story that everyone's been talking about, you know, with like a young Ben Solo pre all the shit going down with Snoke. I don't know. We could talk for ages about like Star Wars animation and where it could go next, but I'm going to be very sad when this show is over, but I'm definitely going to be rewatching like a lot of episodes, especially from this season, because there's some of the best episodes of Star Wars we've gotten in like a long time.
It's very true. A lot of crazy.
Yeah, man, I'm like giddy. I'm like giddy now.
So we had the jungle kraken that was created in the lab, and then this episode,
the flood,
the deep sea crustacean kraken with the phosphroluminescent top, like, brilliant.
That was badass. It was such a cool, like, deep sea creature, like where there's no sunlight, kind of detail to add. You know, we have all these weird, like, glowing monsters, basically.
Well, I mean,
man, the ocean's fucking terrifying. I don't care what you say. Like, if you enjoy scuba diving, like, good for you. But there's fucking monsters down there, like actual monsters down there. Why would anyone go there? I don't know. Keep me out of the goddamn ocean, please.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
No. I'm a fan of swimming, all right? I'm a fan of water. I like the beach. I'm not a fan of being around monsters. Mm-hmm. Giant fucking monsters in dark water that you can't see the bottom of and you don't know when they're going to come up and like... Brrr.
Yeah, do their
body. That's what I think of every time.
Shit.
So, you know, totally normal over here.
Cool.
This was a banger of an episode. Can't wait to see what we have in store for us for the next 5 episodes. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our reaction to The Bad Batch, Season 3, Episode 9, The Harbinger. This reaction was edited to comply with fair use by Nerd Chronic. He chopped it down to 10 minutes of licensed footage, which means you're not getting our full reaction. If you want to check out the full-length, uncut version of this reaction, it's available on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video to the Patreon page where you get full lengths to all of our reactions, early access, content polls, and a couple of Discord perks as well. Thanks again, and as always,
May
may the Force be with you.